I am Lamont at Large. Today we are at the Cedar Hill Cemetery here in Corydon, Indiana. Carrie died in a car accident on Memorial Day of 1996, and she was very, very much a giving person, always giving to those less fortunate than she was. One time she gave a fellow basketball player a pair of basketball shoes that she had. She seen that his were a little bit rough in shape and hers were damn near brand new. And her parents asked her, well, why'd you give your shoes to him? And she said, they just didn't quite fit that right. You talk about paying it forward. That's something that you often don't hear from kids. And, a lot of good deeds really don't go reported, but it's always heartwarming to just read that. And I'm sorry that this girl lost her life, but a very, very kind gesture, to say the least. And I'm sure that young man that she gave her shoes to will never, ever, ever forget her. And neither will her family. Number 15. James K. Best, July 26th, 1926 to April 6th, 2015. Remember me with laughter. Mr. Best was a World War II veteran, and he was in quite a few B movies in Hollywood, but you probably best know him the way I know him, as the inept deputy sheriff Roscoe P. Coltrane from The Dukes of Hazzard. One of the more memorable characters on television, him and Boss Hogg. When I remember that show, me watching it, the reruns as a little kid, I remember this guy and Boss Hogg's character. That's the first thing that comes to my mind. James Michael Mike Alexander, April 21st, 1977 to October 4th, 1999. James was found by his father in a deer stand while he was hunting. He hadn't come home one night. His father went looking for him and found his son dead in that deer stand. He was 22 years old at the time. He had high hopes of joining the Indiana State Police Department. And according to an autopsy, they weren't sure at the time, but they were awaiting microscopic slides of heart and lung tissue. There was no signs at all of any drugs or any alcohol, anything like that. So according to the doctor who performed the autopsy, it appeared to him at the time that it was just a natural death, whatever you want to call a natural death when you're 22 years old and very healthy. I'm not a forensic pathologist, so I don't know, but just, I guess, one of those weird things that happens. And even when you're young, full of energy and vigor in life, don't ever take for granted the day you wake up and open your eyes, because I don't. This is Evan James Alexander, loving son, big brother, and friend. We love you and miss you, Evie. He was a cook at a local restaurant here in Corydon, and he died at a hospital in Louisville. Not sure what the cause was, but he has an emblem right here. Gift of life donor. So he lost his life, but in doing so, he saved the lives of others. Ronald Wayne Cunningham was born November 1st, 1951 in Corydon, Indiana. He then moved when he was a young man to Houston, Texas to begin a career that lasted 35 years of selling cars, which he dedicated his life to. And that's where he died on January 23rd, 2013. This is his parents, Wayne Jr. and Bonnie Jean Cunningham. Miss Cunningham just died not even 9 months ago. And he had two brothers, and they all died. So this woman buried 3 of her sons and her husband. In living a long life comes a lot of grief, and I feel it's always a blessing when people live to be in their 80s and 90s and over 100. But also with that blessing comes the fact that you're going to be passing up other people, and unfortunately you're going to be going to quite a bit of funerals. And I always wondered with people like that if they just get tired of going to funerals and they just don't even go anymore, because they just get tired of it, I'd imagine. Abby Leah Sutherland, March 28, 1995 to August 1st, 2015. Country Barbie is on top of her bench right there. She was crowned Miss Crawford County, and she looked forward to representing Crawford County at the Indiana State Fair when she tragically died in a car accident. Alyssa Knight, November 4th, 1996 to June 18th, 2013, singing with the Angels. Alyssa was swimming in a river with her friends and she got caught in an unusually strong current and she was swept away and tragically drowned in a horrible accident. United States Marine Corps Corporal Michael Coffer, October 4th, 1984 to May 14th, 2006. He received the Bronze Medal, serving his country, fighting the war over in Iraq. He was tragically killed in a vehicle accident. Rest in peace, sir. And another one is in the books. If you made it this far to the end of the video, thank you very much for watching. I'm always surprised when people watch even any of my videos, to tell you the truth. So I wanted to end the video. Quaint town this place is, Corydon, Indiana. And I was driving down this street right here, and I just thought I'd just drive down the street and kind of show you guys how quaint this town looks. You know, me coming from the big city of Los Angeles, California, one of my loves in traveling is to show different cities where I go. Unfortunately, doing videos like that where I kind of do a little bit of background research on the town or the city where I'm driving through, don't have a lot of time for that because all my energy really is focused on this channel. But I wanted to just drive down this street really quickly, and one of the small towns that I really do enjoy, and coincidentally enough, this was a town where Happy Days actress Erin Moran, she played Joni Cunningham. She was the sister of the character that was played by Ron Howard, and she was a love interest of Chachi, who was played by Scott Baio. Anybody out there remembers Charles in Charge? And they had a little spin-off, Joni Loves Chachi. Didn't go over too well with the television ratings, and she passed away in this very town. The date escapes me. It wasn't too long ago. I believe it was a few years ago. I was thinking she was buried in that cemetery, but it says online that she was cremated. So anyways, just wanted to show you this little street, and you know, people often ask me if they ever see me settling down, and for right now the answer really is no. But if I were to ever settle down one day, a place like this would be cool, as long as it's next to a big city. Like, I don't mind living in a small town if I had a family or what have you. Anyways, as we are crossing this bridge, I'm gonna head out of here. I'm going to Louisville. Guys, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. And who knows, maybe I'll do a couple of these videos on this channel where I just kind of drive around, maybe talk about the history of a small town. But for right now, thank you. I always appreciate you guys watching this old small channel of mine. See you later. God bless. Peace out.